Dear students, Namaste and welcome back to a new mathematics session. In the previous session, we have discussed first 12 questions from the miscellaneous exercise. Hope you have revised well. In today's session, we shall discuss the remaining problems from the miscellaneous exercise. Let's move on to the topic. Before starting the session, let's recall the formulae of lines in a plane. The first one is point parallel form. Vector equation is vector r is equal to vector a plus lambda into vector b, and the Cartesian equation is x minus x1 by a equal to y minus y1 by b equal to z minus z1 by c. Here a, b, c are the direction ratios. Instead of direction ratios, if direction cosines are given, means a, b, c can be replaced by l, m and n. Next, 2-point form. Line passing through 2 points whose position vectors are a and b. Vector form is vector r is equal to vector a plus lambda into vector b minus vector a. And the Cartesian form, when x1, y1 is z1 and x2, y2 is z2 are the 2 points coordinates are given to you, means the formula is x minus x1 by x2 minus x1 equal to y minus y1 by y2 minus y1 equal to z minus z1 by z2 minus z1. Next, condition for two lines to be parallel, that is vector b1 is equal to lambda into vector b2, or a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. Their direction ratios are proportional, that is in Cartesian equation form. Next, condition for two lines to be perpendicular, that is vector equation are given to you, means vector b1 dot vector b2 must be equal to 0. If the equations are in Cartesian form, the condition is a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 is equal to 0. a1 a2 b1 b2 c1 c2 are the direction ratios. Instead of direction ratios, if direction cosines are given to you, means l1 l2 plus m1 m2 plus n1 n2 is equal to 0. Next, we learn about skew lines. Skew line means the lines which are neither parallel nor intersecting and they are lying in different planes or non-coplanar. Shortest distance between two skew lines we have learned, that is there we have studied modulus together we have used, but here I'm just keeping separately because it is easy for you to calculate. Then both are same only. Modulus of b1 cross b2 dot a2 minus a1 divided by modulus of b1 cross b2, and the Cartesian form is determinant x2 minus x1 y2 minus y1 z2 minus z1 a1 b1 c1 a2 b2 c2 divided by root of b1 c2 minus b2 c1 the whole square plus c1 a2 minus c2 a1 the whole square plus a1 b2 minus a2 b1 the whole square. Next, we have learned about distance between, or the shortest distance between two parallel lines. There also we use the modulus together while studying, but here using separately, so it's not a problem, both are same. Which one is convenient, you can use it, that one. Here distance is modulus of b cross a2 minus a1 divided by modulus of b. So you have to by heart these formulas, and not only by hearting, you must be able to identify a1 b1 c1 a2 b2 c2. Then when equations are given to you like this form, that is r is equal to a plus lambda b means vector a and vector b, you must be able to identify. Then direction ratios and direction cosines, x1 y1 z1 x2 y2 z2, all these things you must know how to identify from the equations. Next, we shall bring the formulae for planes under one frame. First one we have learned, that is normal form. Vector equation is vector r dot unit vector n is equal to d, and the Cartesian equation is lx plus my plus nz is equal to d. Next one we have learned point normal form, that is vector form vector r minus vector a dot vector n is equal to 0. Cartesian form is a into x minus x1 plus b into y minus y1 plus c into z minus z1 is equal to 0. Next one, equation of a plane passing through three non-collinear points. The vector form is vector r minus vector a dot vector b minus vector a cross vector c minus vector a equal to 0. And the Cartesian form is determinant x minus x1 y minus y1 z minus z1 x2 minus x1 y2 minus y1 z2 minus z1 x3 minus x1 y3 minus y1 z3 minus z1 is equal to 0. Next is intercept form. Plane cutting of intercepts A, B and C from x, y and z axis is x by A plus y by B plus z by C is equal to 1. Next one is plane through intersection of two planes. That is vector r dot vector n minus d1 plus lambda into vector r dot vector n2 minus d2 is equal to 0. This is the vector form. And the Cartesian form is a1x plus b1y plus c1z minus d1 plus lambda into a2x plus b2y plus c2z minus d2 is equal to 0. Next, condition for two planes to be parallel. When it is in vector form, vector n1 cross vector n2 is equal to 0 vector, or vector n1 is equal to lambda into vector n2. If it is in Cartesian form, a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. Next one is condition for two planes to be perpendicular. In vector form, vector n1 dot vector n2 is equal to 0. In Cartesian form, a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 is equal to 0. Next condition for a line and a plane to be parallel. Vector n1 dot vector n2 is equal to 0. And a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 is equal to 0. This is for Cartesian form. And here these two conditions are same. Condition for two planes to be perpendicular and a condition for a line and a plane to be parallel. Both are same condition. Next one is condition for a line and a plane to be perpendicular. That is vector n1 cross vector n2 is equal to 0 vector, or vector n1 is equal to lambda into vector n2. Or else a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. Here also condition for two planes to be parallel and a condition for a line and a plane to be perpendicular. Both are same conditions. Then next one, condition for two lines to be coplanar. The condition is vector a2 minus vector a1 dot vector b1 cross vector b2 is equal to 0. This is the vector form. And if it is in Cartesian form, determinant x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1, a1 b1 c1, a2 b2 c2 is equal to 0. Next, distance between a point and a plane. Vector form is modulus of vector a dot vector n minus d divided by modulus of vector n. And the Cartesian form is ax1 modulus of ax1 plus by1 plus cz1 plus d divided by root of a square plus b square plus c square. This formula also can be used to find the length of the perpendicular from a particular point to the plane. Next we shall discuss question number 13. Question is, find the equation of the plane passing through the points minus 1, 3, 2 and perpendicular to each of the planes. X plus 2y plus 3z is equal to 5 and 3x plus 3y plus z is equal to 0. Let's go through the question once again. We are asked to find out the equation of the plane passing through this point minus 1, 3, 2 and perpendicular to these two planes. That is x plus 2y plus 3z is equal to 5, 3x plus 3y plus z is equal to 0. We know that the equation of the plane passing through a given point x1, y1, z1 is a into x minus x1 plus b into y minus y1 plus c into z minus z1 is equal to 0. Here the passing through point is given to us minus 1, 3, 2. So we can write it as a into x minus x1. Here x1 is minus 1. So a into x minus minus 1. So a into x plus 1 plus b into y minus y1. Here y1 is 3. So b into y minus 3 plus c into z minus z1. Here z1 is 2. So c into z minus 2 is equal to 0. Label it as equation number 1. And this equation of the plane or this plane is perpendicular to both of these planes. So we know that two planes a1x plus b1y plus c1z plus d1 equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2z plus d2 equal to 0 are perpendicular, means their sum of the product of the direction ratios of the normal, that is a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 is equal to 0. So by using this statement we can write plane 1 is perpendicular to plane x plus 2y plus 3z is equal to 5, first plane. So these two are perpendicular is given to us. So we can use this condition and we can write it as, here the direction ratio is a, direction ratio of the normal is a, here the direction ratio of the normal is 1. So a into 1 plus b into 2 plus c into 3 is equal to 0. Let's rearrange it. A into 1 is A, B into 2 is 2B, C into 3 is 3C equal to 0. Label it as equation number 2. Again, plane 1 is perpendicular to our second plane, that is 3x plus 3y plus z is equal to 0. By using the same condition, we can write A into 3 plus B into 3 plus C into 1 equal to 0. Rearrange it. 3A plus 3B plus C is equal to 0. Label it as equation number 3. Now we have got two equations with A, B and C, and we have to solve these two equations and find out the value of A, B and C and substitute it in equation number 1. So we will get the equation of the plane. So let's write these two equations. Then by using cross multiplication we are going to solve, and you can use any other method which is convenient for you to solve the equation. Here when you use cross multiplication, first write the coefficient of A, that is 1 and 3, 2 and 3 coefficient of B, and the coefficient of C is 3 and 1. And again you repeat the first one, that is coefficient of A, 1 and 3 we have written. Then we have to go for cross multiplication, writing the ratio. First one variable is A divided by, this one we have to eliminate. Then 2 into 1 minus 3 into 3. So written here equal to B divided by second variable, B divided by 3 into 3. Second variable means this one, B is eliminated, and here these two we have to take. 3 into 3 minus 1 into 1, that is written here, equal to C divided by 1 into 3. C divided by, C means this one we have to eliminate, then we can take these two. So 1 into 3 minus 2 into 3, that is written. Then we can go for calculation. A divided by, here 2 into 1 is 2 minus 9, 2 minus 9 is minus 7 equal to B divided by, this one is 9 minus 1, that is 8. C divided by, here 3 minus 6, that is minus 3 equal to, we have to take a constant, that is K, equal, just our assumption it is, you can take it as K. Now here I use cross multiplication method. If you want to use another method, like you can substitute, or you can go for elimination method, or you can go for substituting a variable into a constant K and then you can go for calculation. Any method is convenient, you can go for that method, it's not a problem. Then here A is equal to minus 7k, B is equal to 8k, C is equal to minus 3k. Just equate and cross multiply it. Then equation number 1, if you substitute, A we have got, that is minus 7k, minus 7k into x plus 1, plus B we have got 8k into y minus 3, plus C we have got minus 3k, so minus 3k into z minus 2 equal to 0. Now when you observe, there is k is common on the left side and right side is 0, so we can eliminate k and we will get as minus 7 into x plus 1. When you multiply inside, minus 7x minus 7, plus when you multiply 8 inside, 8y minus 8 into 3, 24. And again here minus 3 if you multiply inside, minus 3z minus into minus plus 6 is equal to 0. Then 7x, here minus 7x plus 8y minus 3z, and here it is minus 7 and minus 24, and here plus 6. When you do the calculation you will get as minus 25 equal to 0. So when you eliminate minus or negative 1, if you cancel it, you will get as 7x minus 8y plus 3z plus 25 equal to 0. This is the required equation of the plane. Next we shall discuss question number 14. The question is, if the points 1, 1p and minus 3, 0, 1 be equidistant from the plane, vector r dot 3i cap plus 4j cap minus 12k cap plus 13 equal to 0, then find the value of p. So let's go through the question. 2 points are given to us and these 2 points are equidistant from this plane. That is what the condition. So we have learned the formula for finding the distance between a point and a plane. That is d is equal to modulus of vector a dot vector n minus d divided by modulus of vector n. So we have to write vector a, vector n and d. So by using the first point, we can write the position vector of that point a1. Vector a1 is equal to I cap plus j cap plus pk cap. Here by using these coordinates. Here it is 1, so 1 into I cap, that is I cap. Here it is 1, that is 1 into j cap, that is j cap, plus here it is p into k cap, that is p k cap. Second point position vector, that is a2 is equal to x coordinate is -3, so -3 I cap. Here y coordinate is 0, so j cap is not there, plus z coordinate is 1, so k cap. Then from this plane we can write the normal vector, that is vector n is equal to this one, 3i plus 4j minus 12k, it is written. Then d is equal to r dot n is equal to d form. So this plus 13 we have to bring to the right side, so it becomes d is minus 13. The distance between the point 1 1p and the given plane is d1 is equal to vector a dot vector n. Here vector a means vector a1, that is I cap plus j cap plus p k cap dot vector n, that is 3i plus 4j minus 12k, then minus d. Here already there is a minus, so minus into minus plus 13 divided by modulus of vector n, that is 3i cap plus 4j cap minus 12k cap. That is equal to, here when you take the dot product, just multiply the scalar components. 1 into 3, that is 3, 1 into 4, that is 4, then p into minus 12, that is minus 12p plus 13 divided by the modulus value is root of 3 square plus 4 square plus minus 12 the whole square. That is d1 is equal to 4 plus 3 is 7, 7 plus 13 is 20. So 20 minus 12p divided by, when you do the calculation here, 3 square 9, 4 square 16, minus 12 square 144. When you add these three, we will get root of 169. Root of 169 is 13. Let it be equation number 1. Then the distance between the point, the second point -3, 0, 1 and the plane is d2. We can take d2 is equal to same formula, vector a dot vector n minus d divided by modulus of vector n. So here a in the sense a2 we have to take. A2 is -3i cap plus k cap dot vector n, that is 3i cap plus 4j cap minus 12k cap plus 13. Here it is minus 13, so minus into the formula minus, that is plus. So plus 13 divided by modulus of vector n, it is written here. Then when you take the dot product, here -3 coefficient of I cap, that is -3, here coefficient of I cap is 3. So -3 into 3, that is -9. Here there is no j cap, that means coefficient of j cap is 0 here, and here j cap is coefficient is 4. 4 into 0, 0, no need to write. Then here coefficient of k cap is 1. 1 into -12, that is -12. Then here plus 13 divided by root of modulus of this vector, that is root of 3 square plus 4 square minus 12 the whole square. So it's already we calculated this value. That is equal to d2 is, here when you calculate -9 -12 plus 13. So we will get -9 -12, that is -21. -21 plus 13 is -8. So since it is modulus 8, modulus of -8, only plus value will be coming out, that is 8 divided by the square root value we already calculated, that is 13. So d2 is 8 by 13 we have got. Label it as equation number 2. Now it is given to us these two distances, the point, first point and the plane, and the second point and the plane, the distances are same. So d1 equal to d2. That is d1 we have calculated modulus of 20 minus 12p divided by 13, and d2 value is 8 by 13. That is 20 minus 12p is equal to 8, or 20 minus value, that is minus of 20 minus 12p is equal to 8. Since it is modulus is there, we have two options. Either the inside value can be positive or inside value can be negative. If it is positive, 20 minus 12p will be coming. If it is negative, minus of 20 minus 12p is coming. That is equal to, right hand side is same, 8, and this 13 and 13 cancelled. Then from here 12p, if you take to right side, it becomes plus 12p, and this 8 coming to the left side, that is 20 minus 8 is 12. That is p is equal to 12 by 12, answer is 1. Then here minus into minus, this minus 20 minus into minus plus 12p is equal to 8. Then this minus 20, if you take to the right side, it becomes plus 20. So 8 plus 20 is 28. So 12p is equal to 28, and p is equal to 28 by 12, and if you cancel 4 from there, 7 4s are 28 and 3 4s are 12. So 7 divided by 3. So we have got two values, p is equal to 1 and p is equal to 7 by 3. Next we shall discuss question number 15. The question is, find the equation of the plane passing through the line of intersection of the planes vector r dot I cap plus j cap plus k cap is equal to 1 and vector r dot 2 I cap plus 3 j cap minus k cap plus 4 is equal to 0 and parallel to x-axis. We are asked to find out the equation of the plane passing through the line of intersection of these two planes, and the required plane is parallel to x-axis as well. We have already learned how to write the equation of the plane passing through the intersection of two planes is given by vector r dot I cap plus j cap plus k cap minus 1 plus lambda into vector r dot 2 I cap plus 3 j cap minus k cap plus 4 is equal to 0. That is p1. This plus 1 we have to bring to the left side, so it becomes minus 1. So this plane equation plus lambda into this plane equation is equal to 0. We have to group it this one. There is vector r we have to take outside and group the components of I cap, j cap and k cap. That is vector r if you take outside, and here there is I cap is 1 I cap and here is 2 lambda I cap. So 1 plus 2 lambda into I cap. Here there is j cap 1 j cap and here it is 3 lambda. So 3 lambda plus 1 into j cap. Here k cap is 1, then here it is k cap is minus lambda. So 1 minus lambda into k cap. Here constant is minus 1. Here there is 4 lambda. So 4 lambda minus 1 is equal to 0. Label it as equation number 1. Then from here the direction ratios of the normal we can write, that is 2 lambda plus 1 is a1 and b1 is 3 lambda plus 1 and c1 is 1 minus lambda. And it is given to us the required plane is parallel to x-axis. Therefore its normal is perpendicular to x-axis. Let's visualize this one. So the required plane is parallel to x-axis. This is the required plane that is parallel to x-axis, and this plane is already having a normal, that is this one, this red line. And when you compare this red line and this x-axis, they are perpendicular. So that is what it is written. The normal is perpendicular to x-axis. So the direction ratios of x-axis are 1, 0, 0. So this is better to by heart. We already discussed it before. The direction ratios of x-axis is 1, 0, 0. Y-axis is 0, 1, 0. Z-axis is 0, 0, 1. Here we are taking x-axis. So the direction ratio is 1, 0, 0. So here A2 is 1, B2 is 0 and C2 is 0. Then we know that these two lines are perpendicular, means this normal and the x-axis are perpendicular. So the sum of the product of their direction ratios is 0. That is here A1 2 lambda plus 1 and A2 is 1. So 1 into 2 lambda plus 1 plus B1 is 3 lambda plus 1 and here B2 is 0. So 0 into 3 lambda plus 1 plus here C1, C2. C1 is 1 minus lambda, C2 is 0. So 0 into 1 minus lambda is equal to 0. When you go for the calculation, these two terms become 0. So 2 lambda plus 1 is equal to 0. That is lambda is equal to, this plus 1 go to the right side, minus 1. So minus 1 by 2 is the value of lambda. Then putting this lambda is equal to minus 1 by 2 in equation number 1, we have to substitute the value of lambda here. That is vector r dot 2 into lambda. Lambda is minus 1 by 2 plus 1 plus 3 lambda plus 1 into j cap. That is 3 into minus 1 by 2 plus 1 into j cap plus 1 minus lambda. That is 1 minus 1 by 2 into k cap plus 4 lambda minus 1. That is 4 into minus 1 by 2 minus 1 equal to 0. When you do the calculation, it is vector r dot here. This calculation, that is I cap, when you check here 2 into minus 1, that is minus 2. When you take the LCM here, 2 into 1 is 2. So 2 minus 2 is 0. 0 by 2 is 0. So I cap is gone. And when you take the j cap here, 2 into 1, that is 2. 2 minus 3. 2 minus 3 is minus 1. So minus 1 by 2 into j cap, it's written here. Then 2 into 1 is 2. 2 minus minus 1, that is 2 plus 1, 3. 3 by 2 into k cap. And here 4 into minus 1, that is minus 4, minus 4, here it is 2 into minus 1, that is minus 2. So minus 4 minus 2, minus 4 minus 2 is minus 6, minus 6 by 2 is minus 3 is equal to 0. So when you multiply minus 2 throughout here, r dot minus 2, when you multiply, the minus minus becomes plus, and here 2 will be cancelled, so plus j cap will be coming, and here minus 2 multiplying means this plus becomes minus and 2 cancel, so 3 k cap will be coming. Here minus 2 if you multiply, minus into minus plus 3 into 2 is 6 is equal to 0. So r dot j cap minus 3 k cap plus 6 is equal to 0. So here the Cartesian equation we can write. So by using j cap minus 3 k cap, we can write the Cartesian equation, that is y minus 3z plus 6 is equal to 0. So this is the Cartesian equation of the given plane. Next we shall discuss question number 16. If O be the origin and the coordinates of P be 1, 2, minus 3, then find the equation of the plane passing through P and perpendicular to OP. Here O is given to us, that is origin, and the coordinates of P also given 1, 2, minus 3. Coordinates of O we know, that is 0, 0, 0, and the coordinates of P is given to us 1, 2, minus 3. And we have to find out the equation of the plane passing through the point P, that is 1, 2, minus 3, and perpendicular to OP. Here the direction ratios of OP we have to calculate. O we know, that is 0, 0, 0, and P is 1, 2, minus 3. So direction ratio when you calculate x2 minus x1, that is 1 minus 0, that is 1, B is 2 minus 0, that is 2, and C is minus 3 minus 0, that is minus 3. So direction ratio of OP we have got. Then the equation of the plane passing through the point x1, y1, z1 is a into x minus x1 plus b into y minus y1 plus c into z minus z1 is equal to 0, where a, b, c are the direction ratios of normal. So our normal is OP, because the equation of the plane passing through P and perpendicular to OP, that is what we have to calculate. So perpendicular is the normal, so our normal is OP. So the direction ratios A, B, C we have got, that is 1, 2 and minus 3. So here the direction ratios of the normal are 1, 2 and minus 3, and passing through point is there, that is 1, 2, minus 3, that is x1, y1, z1 is 1, 2 and minus 3 respectively. So the equation of the required plane is, just substitute it, A is 1 into x minus x1, x1 is also 1, plus B is 2, here it is, B is 2 into y minus y1, y1 also 2, so 2 into y minus 2 minus 3, C is 3, so minus 3 into z minus z1, z1 is here again minus 3, so minus into minus plus, so minus 3 into z plus 3 is equal to 0. So when you do the calculation, here it is x plus 2y minus 3z, and here there is a minus 1, here there is minus 4, minus 1 minus 4 is minus 5, minus 5 minus 9, that is minus 14. So x plus 2y minus 3z minus 14 equal to 0. So this is the required equation of the plane. Next we shall discuss question number 17. Find the equation of the plane which contains the line of intersection of the planes vector r dot I cap plus 2j cap plus 3k cap minus 4 equal to 0, vector r dot 2I cap plus j cap minus k cap plus 5 is equal to 0, and which is perpendicular to the plane vector r dot 5I cap plus 3j cap minus 6k cap plus 8 is equal to 0. We are asked to find out the equation of the plane which is passing through the line of intersection of these two planes and also perpendicular to this plane. So 3 also planes only here. And let's take the equations of the planes. First plane equation we have taken as equation number 1. Second plane equation we have taken as equation number 2. And we are going to calculate the equation of the plane passing through the line of intersection of these two planes. Means P1 plus lambda into P2 equal to 0. We have written P1 plus lambda into P2 equal to 0. As before, let's take out vector r here. Vector r if you take out, here it is I cap and here it is 2 lambda into I cap. So I cap if you take out, 2 lambda plus 1 into I cap. Here along with j cap, here it is 2, and here along with j cap it is lambda. So lambda plus 2 into j cap. Here along with k cap there is 3, and here it is minus lambda. So 3 minus lambda into k cap plus here there is a minus 4, and here there is 5 lambda. So 5 lambda minus 4 equal to 0. Label it as equation number 3. The plane in equation number 3 is perpendicular to the plane in vector r dot 5I cap plus 3j cap minus 6k cap plus 8 is equal to 0. Here two planes are perpendicular. Two planes are perpendicular in the sense their normals also will be perpendicular. means normal in the sense two lines, means direction ratios, sum of the direction ratios of the normal will be equal to 0. So that condition we have already studied. Sum of the direction ratios of the normal to the plane is equal to 0. That is a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 is equal to 0. So here 2 lambda plus 1 into 5 and lambda plus 2 into 3 and 3 minus lambda into minus 6 sum is equal to 0. That is here 5 into 2 10 lambda plus 3 lambda 13 lambda minus 6 lambda, that is minus into minus plus 6 lambda, that is 19 lambda. Then here again 5 into 1 is 5 plus 6, that is 11. 11 minus 18 is minus 7. 11 minus 18 is minus 7 equal to 0. So from here lambda we can calculate minus 7 going right side means it is plus 7. 7 divided by 19 is the value of lambda. Let's substitute this one in equation number 3. Equation number 3 is here. Vector r dot 2 into lambda value is 7 by 19 plus 1 into I cap plus here again lambda value is 7 by 19 plus 2 into j cap. Then again 3 minus lambda value is 7 by 19 into k cap plus 5 into lambda value, that is 7 by 19 minus 4 is equal to 0. When you do the calculation, vector r dot 14 plus 19. 14 plus 19 is 33 divided by 19 into I cap. Here it is 7 plus 38. 7 plus 38 is 45 by 19 into j cap. Then here when you do the calculation you will get 50 by 19 into k cap is equal to, this calculation when you do you will get as 41 by 19 equal to 0. Then when you cancel 19 throughout you will get as vector r dot 33 I cap plus 45 j cap plus 50 k cap minus 41 is equal to 0. Label it as equation number 4. So the Cartesian equation of the plane is given by using these terms we can write the Cartesian equation, that is 33x plus 45y plus 50z minus 41 is equal to 0. So this is the required equation of the plane. Next we shall discuss question number 18. Find the distance of a point minus 1, minus 5, minus 10 from the point of intersection of the line vector r is equal to 2 I cap minus j cap plus 2 k cap plus lambda into 3 I cap plus 4 j cap plus 2 k cap and the plane vector r dot I cap minus j cap plus k cap is equal to 5. You have to find out the distance of the point. Distance means there should be 2 points. One point is this one, minus 1, minus 5, minus 10. Then another point is the point of intersection of this line and the plane. So first of all we have to find out by using these two equations, we have to find out the second point in order to find out the distance. So here the equation of the given line, this is the line vector r is equal to 2 I cap minus j cap plus 2 k cap plus lambda into 3 I cap plus 4 j cap plus 2 k cap. So label it as equation number 1 and the equation of the plane is this one, vector r dot I cap minus j cap plus k cap is equal to 5. So label it as equation number 2. So here these two are intersecting, means the point of intersection of line and the plane, these two are intersecting, in the sense instead of r we can substitute this value in equation number 2. So putting value of r from equation number 1 in equation number 2 we get this r can be replaced and substitute this value, that is 2 I cap minus j cap plus 2 k cap plus lambda into 3 I cap plus 4 j cap plus 2 k cap, this one fully substituted, dot I cap minus j cap plus k cap is equal to 5. So when you take the groups of I cap, j cap and k cap separately, here it is, there is along with the I cap there is 3 lambda, here along with I cap there is 2, so 3 lambda plus 2 into I cap. Here it is 4 lambda along with j cap and here it is minus 1, so 4 lambda minus 1 into j cap. Here it is 2 lambda along with k cap and here it is plus 2, so 2 lambda plus 2 into k cap. Grouping is over. Dot I cap minus j cap plus k cap is equal to 5. Now we can go for taking the dot product, that is 3 lambda plus 2 into 1, that is 3 lambda plus 2, then 4 lambda minus 1 into minus 1, that is minus 4 lambda minus 1, then 2 lambda plus 2 into 1, that is 2 lambda plus 2 equal to 5. That is here 3 lambda minus 4 lambda, that is minus lambda plus 2 lambda. Minus lambda plus 2 lambda is lambda, and here 2 minus 1, that is 2 plus 1. 2 plus 1 is 3, and here it is 3 plus 2 is 5, and left side is 5, right side also there is a 5. 5 and 5 will be cancelled, so lambda is equal to 0 we will get. So equation number 1, if you substitute the value of lambda, that is vector r is equal to this term completely it becomes 0 because the value of lambda is 0. So you will get as 2 I cap minus j cap plus 2 k cap. We have got r. So this is equation of the line. So equation of the line in the sense this one we can consider as the position vector because it is in vector form. So vector r is equal to 2 I cap minus j cap plus 2 k cap, in the sense this we can consider as the position vector. So the position vector of the point of intersection of the line and the plane is 2 I cap minus j cap plus 2 k cap. So point of intersection of the given line and the plane is given by its coordinate. We know how to write from the points to the position vector. So from the position vector we can collect this I cap, j cap and 2 cap component, k cap components, and we can write the coordinates, that is 2, minus 1 and 2. So this is the point of intersection of the given line and the plane. So now we have got one point here, another point is this one. So we can go for finding out the distance. D is equal to distance formula, the same formula what we have studied in class 11 that we have to use. That is minus 1 minus 2 the whole square, x1 minus x2 the whole square, then minus 5 minus 1, that is plus 1. So minus 5 plus 1 the whole square. Next is minus 10 minus 2 the whole square. That is equal to root of, this is 9. Then here it is 4 square, that is 16, and here it is 12 square, that is 144. So that is equal to root 169, that is equal to 13. Next we shall discuss question number 19. Find the vector equation of the line passing through 1, 2, 3 and parallel to the planes. Vector r dot I cap minus j cap plus 2 k cap is equal to 5, and vector r dot 3 I cap plus j cap plus k cap is equal to 6. We are asked to find out the vector equation of the line passing through a particular point is given to you. Equation of a line we have to calculate passing through this point and parallel to the planes, these two planes. So let's write the equation of the line which is known to us. The vector equation of a line passing through a point with the position vector A and parallel to a vector B. This is what we know. Position vector A and parallel to a vector B is vector r is equal to a plus lambda b. So vector a means it is the position vector of that passing through point, and b means that is a parallel vector. Lambda is a constant. So label it as equation number 1. Here the passing through point is given. The line is passes through 1, 2, 3. So we can write vector a, that is 1 I cap plus 2 j cap plus 3 k cap. Then the line is parallel to both the planes. Here it is given to us the condition, the vector equation of a line passing through this point and parallel to the planes, these two planes. So line is perpendicular to normal of both the planes. So here condition is given line is parallel to both the planes. So this both the planes are having normals and the line is perpendicular to normal of both the planes. The visualization is like this. Suppose if you consider a plane like this and there is a normal along with that plane, and given condition is the line is parallel to the plane. So if you consider the line and the normal to the plane, these two are perpendicular. That is what it is written. Line is perpendicular to normal of both the planes. So vector B is perpendicular to normal of both the planes. So we have considered that vector as B vector. B vector is perpendicular to normal of both the planes. So we have already learned that A cross B. So cross product of two vectors is the perpendicular vector to both vector A and vector B. If you consider vector A and vector B, you will get A cross B as a vector which is perpendicular to both A and B. So here first of all let's go for finding out vector B. That is vector B is cross product of normal of planes r dot I cap minus j cap plus 2k cap is equal to 5, and r dot 3I cap plus j cap plus k cap is equal to 6. Here you should not confuse with this vector b and this vector b, because this is the result we have learned. That is, a cross b is the perpendicular vector which is perpendicular to both a and b, and this is something related to our question. According to our assumption, b vector is perpendicular to normal of both the planes. So here b vector is the cross product of normal to the planes, these two. So here the normal is this one, and here the normal is this one. So let's take the required normal, that is the cross product of these two normals, that is ijk we will write determinant form, then 1 minus 1 2 will come as second row, and from here 3 1 1, that is the direction ratios of the normal, we will write here the third row. Then when we calculate the value, I cap into that row and column is gone, minus 1 into 1, it's written here, then 1 into 2, minus 1 into 2, minus j cap into that row and column is gone, 1 into 1, minus 3 into 2, it's written, plus k cap into that row and column is gone, 1 into 1, minus 1 into 3, that is equal to I cap into here minus 1 minus 2 is written, then here it is 1 minus 6, then here it is 1 plus 3 is written, that is equal to minus 3 I cap plus 5 j cap plus 4 k cap. Then vector b we have got, that is minus 3 I cap plus 5 j cap plus 4 k cap. Now we can just substitute it in equation number 1, because we have both a vector and b vector, that is equal to vector r is equal to vector a plus lambda into vector b, that is our equation. When we substitute the values of a vector and b vector, a vector is this one, that is I cap plus 2 j cap plus 3 k cap, plus lambda into b vector is this one, minus 3 I cap plus 5 j cap plus 4 k cap. Next we shall discuss question number 20. Question is, find the vector equation of the line passing through the point 1 2 minus 4 and perpendicular to the two lines x minus 8 by 3 equal to y plus 19 by minus 16 equal to z minus 10 by 7, and x minus 15 by 3 equal to y minus 29 by 8 equal to z minus 5 by minus 5. We are asked to find the vector equation of the line passing through point is given and perpendicular to two lines. These two are equation of lines. So the vector equation of a line passing through a point with the position vector a and parallel to vector b. This is the known formula for us. So we will write that formula first, that is vector r is equal to a plus lambda into vector b. Here a is the position vector of that passing through point and b is the parallel vector. And from here we have to go to the question. By using given conditions, we have to find out vector a and vector b. So passing through point is given to us. Because of that we can calculate vector a. 1, 2 and minus 4 is the passing through point. Just similar to the previous question, we will write vector a is 1i plus 2j minus 4k cap. Now we have to go for finding vector b. So for that, given line is perpendicular to both the lines. This is the given condition. So the required line is perpendicular to this line and this line. So b, let's take this one as b because the formula it is b. So vector b is perpendicular to both the lines. And just connect it with the cross product, just similar to the previous question. Cross product means if you take the cross product of two vectors, that cross product will be a vector which is perpendicular to both the given vectors. So this is a condition what we have learned. We know that vector a cross b is perpendicular to both vector a and vector b. So here this is our condition what we have learned. This is from the question what we are writing. This vector b and this vector b, don't confuse. So if you don't want this step, you no need to write, because this is just a result which I want to get recalled from the previous knowledge. For that only I am writing this one here. So if you don't want to write, no need to write. Don't confuse with this and this vector b. Here vector b is the cross product of both the lines, this line and this line. So let's find out the normal. That is, required normal is determinant. Here ijk we have written, then a1 b1 c1, that means here the equation of line is in the form x minus x1 by a, y minus y1 by b, z minus z1 by c. So this a1 b1 c1 is in the denominators. So we have to take that as 3 minus 16 7, and here a2 b2 c2, that is 3 8 minus 5. When you do the calculation, I cap into that row and column is gone. Minus 6 into minus 5 minus 7 into 8. Then minus j cap into that row and column is gone. 3 into minus 5 minus 3 into 7. Then k cap into that row and column is gone. 3 into 8 minus 3 into minus 16. Do the calculation. When I cap into here 16 into 5, that is 80, minus into minus plus, 7 8s are 56. Then minus j cap into 5 into 3 15, 7 into 3 is 21, 8 into 3 24, 3 into 6 48. So when you do the calculation, 80 minus 56 is 24 I cap, plus minus 15 minus 21 is minus 36, then minus plus, so 36 j cap. Here it is, when you add you will get 72, so 72 k cap. Now vector B, we have got vector B is 24 I cap plus 36 j cap plus 72 k cap. Let's substitute it in equation number 1. We have got both vector A and vector B. So vector A is 1i plus 2j minus 4k cap plus lambda into 24 I cap plus 36 j cap plus 72 k cap. Then from here, first one is as it is. Here when you look inside the bracket, there is a 12 is common. We can take 12 outside. It becomes 2 I cap plus 3 j cap plus 6 k cap. And here lambda into 12. Lambda itself is a constant. And when you take 12 outside and multiply with lambda, you will get another constant. But here again I am using this 11 into 12. It is a constant. The meaning is constant, or the concept is a constant. So instead of 12 lambda, I am using again lambda. So I cap plus 2j cap minus 4k cap plus lambda into 2 I cap plus 3j cap plus 6k cap. If you don't want lambda here, you can use mu. It's not a problem. So lambda means it is a constant. So lambda into 12 I have considered as lambda again. So if you want to put any other constant, you can use it like mu. It's not a problem. Now the equation of the line is I cap plus 2j cap minus 4k cap plus lambda into 2 I cap plus 3j cap plus 6k cap. Next we shall discuss question number 21. The question is, prove that if a plane has intercepts A, B and C and is at a distance of p units from the origin, then 1 by a square plus 1 by b square plus 1 by c square is equal to 1 by p square. So here just go through the question once again. If a plane has intercepts A, B and C, intercepts in the sense the meeting point of the plane in the x-axis, y-axis and z-axis as A, B and C respectively, and is at a distance of p units from the origin. Distance of the plane from the origin is given to us, that is p units. So we have to prove this statement by using these conditions. So distance of the point x1, y1, z1 from the plane ax plus by plus cz is equal to d is here modulus of ax1 plus by1 plus cz1 minus d divided by root of a square plus b square plus c square. Here you should not have confusion. In the given formula sheet, this is given to us in small letters. Small ax plus small by plus small cz is equal to small d. And the formula sheet, it is given to us ax plus by plus cz plus d is equal to 0. That is the format it is given to you. And here I am using the bigger letters, capital AX, capital B, capital C and D is on the right side. This is for the convenience of this calculation, because here also small a, small b, small c is there. That's why we are using here capital A, capital B, capital C and capital D. So you should not have confusion with the formula sheet. So I am going to use this formula here. The equation of the plane having intercepts A, B and C with x, y and z axis respectively is given by intercept form. We have learned, that is x by a plus y by b plus z by c is equal to 1. These are the two formulas we have learned. So comparing it with ax plus by plus cz plus d, this equation we are comparing it with the general form, that is a we will get as 1 by a and b we will get 1 by b and c we will get 1 by c and d we will get 1. Then given plane is at a distance of p units from the origin. Origin coordinates we know that it is 0, 0, 0. That means x1, y1, z1 we have got as 0, 0 and 0. Let's substitute it in the distance formula, that is modulus of ax1 plus by1 plus cz1 minus d divided by root of a square plus b square plus c square. That is p, distance is given to us, p is equal to a, we have it is 1 by a into 0, 1 by b into 0, 1 by c into 0, then here it is minus d, that is minus 1 divided by root of a square plus b square plus c square, that is 1 by a square plus 1 by b square plus 1 by c square. That is equal to, first 3 terms we will get 0, then last term is there minus 1 divided by root of 1 by a square plus 1 by b square plus 1 by c square. So that is equal to, here when you do the calculation it comes as minus 1 divided by root of 1 by a square plus 1 by b square plus 1 by c square. So since there is a modulus value, minus 1 and modulus will go. So we will get as 1 divided by root of 1 by a square plus 1 by b square plus 1 by c square. Then we have to take the reciprocal because we want here 1 by p square and all. We have p here, so let's take the reciprocal, means 1 by p, and here everything is gone, modulus and minus all gone, just to take up down. That means we will get as a root of 1 by a square plus 1 by b square plus 1 by c square. Then we don't want square root here, and squares also it is there. So let's take squares on both sides, means squaring both sides. That is, we will get as 1 by p square is equal to, square root is gone on the right side, that is 1 by a square plus 1 by b square plus 1 by c square. So this is the required result, hence proved. Next we shall discuss question number 22. Distance between two planes 2x plus 3y plus 4z is equal to 4 and 4x plus 6y plus 8z is equal to 12 is, 4 options are there, 2 units, 4 units, 8 units and 2 by root 9 units. We have to find out the correct option. So here something we have to do with the equation. So let's take the equation 2x plus 3y plus 4z is equal to 4, equation number 1, and second equation 4x plus 6y plus 8z is equal to 12. So when you look at the second equation, there is 2 common. So when you cancel 2, it becomes 2x plus 3y plus 4z is equal to 6. Label it as equation number 2. Now look at the first equation and second equation, and direction ratios of the normal, that is here 2, 3, 4, here 2, 3, 4. They are same. Means the ratio of their direction ratios of the normal is same. 2 by 2 is 1, 3 by 3 is 1, 4 by 4 is 1. That means a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 equal to c1 by c2 condition is satisfied. Means we can say that the given planes are parallel. And here we know that the distance between two parallel planes ax plus by plus cz is equal to d1 and ax plus by plus cz is equal to d2 is d is equal to modulus of d2 minus d1 divided by root of a square plus b square plus c square. So this formula I have not included in the formula sheet, so you can add this formula also, so that this type of questions easily you can solve. And when you check the equation, ax plus by plus cz left side is same for both, means this type of equations you have to use this formula. So let's substitute it. D is equal to modulus of 6 minus 4, d2 minus d1. d2 is 6 and d1 is 4. So 6 minus 4 divided by root of a square plus b square plus c square. Here a, b, c are same, 2, 3 and 4 in both equations. So 2 square plus 3 square plus 4 square, that is equal to, d is equal to 6 minus 4 is 2 divided by square root calculation, it comes as 29. So option D is there, 2 by root 29 units. So option D is correct. Move on to the last question of this exercise, question number 23. The planes 2x minus y plus 4z is equal to 5 and 5x minus 2.5y plus 10z is equal to 6 are perpendicular, parallel, intersect y-axis, passes through 0, 0, 5 by 4. So you have to observe the direction ratios of the normal to the plane, that is a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2, and then you have to come to the conclusion. So this question you will do it as homework. Dear students, today we have completed chapter number 11, that is 3-dimensional geometry. I request all the students to go through all the exercise questions and examples and solve these questions independently. While solving, if you have any doubt, please note it and keep. We will discuss it during the online session. Thank you for watching.